Oh, welcome to Happy Lies, Sad Truths, man, where everything gets talked about is real. Hey, man, I was just in the shower. You know, I had my deepest thoughts in the shower, man. And I've been told these things when I was a child by my grandparents. And I was just thinking, we spend our lives, the average person, spend our lives getting to the money, chasing money. You might as well say going to work to get money so you can pay your bills, whatever. Your goal is to want to be rich. And the thing that makes your goal to want to be rich or wealthy is by watching the people that they put in front of us, the entertainers. So like Jay-Z, for example. If you from the ghetto, any project in America, in the world really, or any slums, you got to be proud of that dude. Not proud. Yeah, I guess proud of that dude in the worldly understanding. But in like me, I guess in my younger days, or my actions showed that I'm proud. But he's actually an inspiration, right? Because if he could come from the projects and make billions, fuck what people say how he did it. He did it. It should be an inspiration instead of a pride situation. And a lot of people be like this, I wouldn't this, I wouldn't that. But if dude walked in your establishment or you ran into him in the store, you would be excited, and you should be because it's an inspiration to show that you can come from the slums and become a billionaire too. But the point they're making is this: we spent. Well, I'm gonna say me. I'm guilty of this too, so I'm not pointing the finger. Our whole lives trying to get to this money, like for real. Our whole lives. Like me, I done spent my whole life chasing money. I done got millions and lost it legally and illegally. Uh, and now that I was just thinking, like, damn, man, I done spent my whole life. I done missed kids growing up and everything just to get money and whatever other situations. But the people who really got all the money in the real money, all the money for real, because I would say any money is real, depends on where your goals are. But the people who really got money, y'all don't even know. We don't even know who they are. We don't know what they look like, nor do we know their names. The people who got all the money for real, they tell you about Elon Musk and uh what's the other one? Jeff Bezos and all them. But the people who really got all the money, you don't even know their name. I say it like this. So just say Jay-Z and Oprah is billionaires, but they get a check. So imagine how much motherfucking money the motherfucker who can afford to write that check got. Just like if your inspiration is a basketball player that make 100 million or that's a billionaire like LeBron James. Okay, if LeBron James got $1 billion, how much money do the motherfucker who pay him his checks got? Just like Puffy. You see what happened? You think you bigger than the program? He just like Saddam Hussein and all the other uh, 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 villains that America paint as villains that they don't win and got that think they above the game. You know what I'm saying? You think you get a little money and you think, oh, but you got to understand, man. If somebody is giving them billions, how much money do they got? And once again, that's another situation where you don't even know these people's names. But yet we spend our whole lives chasing this shit. And like I said, some people it may be for greed. 97.9% of the people is they going to get that money so they can pay their bills, feed themselves, get their kids the things that they never had and all that good stuff. But in actuality, when doing that, all you are doing is really repeating the cycle to raise some children in a system that you need to be chasing paper. But in actuality, man, it's important indeed to have money because I look at it like this, man. The person like myself, like I say, I continuously chase it because if I make 1 million, right, then I want 10. Then I'm like, shit. But when you down, you like, shit, all I need is $1 million. I can put this investment in this. I can open this business. Then I can just, you know what I'm saying, I can put this money to the side so I can pay the bills until this stuff start picking up. Then you find yourself need more money. So now I done made $1 million. Now I can make 10. Then once you get to 10, you like, shit, if I got 10, I can get 100. This is just me, myself. So in actuality, you putting that same grind on every single level. And in the meantime, you missing the lives of people who is very important. I mean, but the cold twist to that is if they're not actually raised by you or raised by you with the old thought process, if you don't get no money, they got a problem because you need to get the money to get to them so they can have the stuff that they don't want. Instead of actually now teaching them, like, look, man, money is something that they made where we have to have to survive. And that's why you have to take the time to be thankful and grateful. That's why it's important to go to what America would call third world. Because I've been, and my thing is this. Honestly, you don't even need prisons. You can go and take every prisoner out of their prison cell and go drop their ass to countries, third world countries, and 95% of them will come back good. They don't want to fuck up no more. That's how good we got it over here. So I'm just saying, you got to be thankful. If you got a roof over your head, a means of transportation, a means to put food in your stomach, and a means to make some dollars, you are super rich. Don't nobody in the world know what you got unless you tell them. They can always assume you can go rent a Rolls Royce, and every time you go outside, you drive that Rolls Royce somewhere, but you rented it. But people don't see you every day. So they're going to assume that you rich as fuck. Oh, you got a double R. All you got to do nowadays is take a picture in somebody else's house or shit. You can pull a video up on social media and put yourself in it with AI walking through it and all that. And people going to assume you rich and you can be broke as fuck. You have to be thankful. If you got those things, man, there's so many people that don't have a roof over their head. In other countries, that's happy. Like when I was in India, them people don't have at that time don't have half as much as the people we call poor. But they be happy than a motherfucker, man. Man, I'm talking about, man, it's incredible. I'm not gonna go on and on. My thoughts in the shower was, damn, a motherfucker Chase spent his whole life chasing money, man. And every time I get to one level, I want more. Then when I get to that level, I want more. And then some shit happen. And it's like people tell you because you're doing illegal, whether legal or illegal. The sun shines sometimes, and it also rains sometimes. So I'm not gonna say ups and downs because my grandmama always said the key to life is to be able to learn how to smile even when it's raining. You understand what I'm saying? So in actuality, my thought, like I said, my thought was this is what this is about my thought because I have my deepest thoughts when I be in the shower. I don't know. But at any rate, I'm like, damn. And then we consider money by the people that the entertainers that they put in our face. But think about this. The richest people, the people that control, that has the power, y'all don't even know who they are. We don't even know who they are. We never see their face. We don't know where they eat dinner at. We don't know nothing about them. But they'll show you a Jay-Z, a Elon Musk, uh, Oprah Winfrey, LeBron James, T.I., what's that other dude name that make the movies? I can't think of his name. But anyway, they'll show you these cats, LeBron James. But they all get paychecks and they all can be canceled. You see what they did to Puff Ass? Billionaire, get your ass in jail. What? Get your punk ass in for nothing. Real business. The people that got that kind of power, you don't even know who they are. And if all right, I'm gonna give you some people that really been in the streets hustling. The richest drug dealer in your section that really was the plug, you don't even know who he is. And they still free today. Never been to jail, never been indicted, nobody even know. I promise you. Somebody told me this when I was 12 years old. And I was like, they asked me what I wanted. I was like, shit, I want $100,000. They were like, man, I ain't no money. I'm like, shit, I'm 12 though, right? And he was schooling me. Everybody thought he was a junkie because he used to be with the smoker chicks, the strawberries, just call them straw. He used to be with them. He used to hang out on his porch, drink beer, and chill. He drove a pickup truck and always wore overalls. When I got to prison, somebody asked me about him, right? I'm like, oh, I know him. Yeah, hell yeah, whoa. And it was his nephew, right? He was like, man, my uncle, the richest motherfucker in Los Angeles. Like, what? Knock it the fuck off, whoa, whoa, right? When I got out, I seen him at the liquor store on 82nd and Western. And I was like, what's happening with you, man? And then he talking to me like, what's up with you, youngster? Whoa, 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 right? And then I was like, man, I'm gonna come hang out with you, man, chop it up with you. I met your nephew in prison. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And when I talked to him, he gave me the game the whole time. Who he been giving work to, how much bread he had. He just gave me the whole business, right? And this is he till this day he ain't been to jail. And the reason why he told me is because, well, I know the reason because he told me, he's like, man, I've been trying to give you the game, man. Y'all out here in Dayton's and this and these people y'all looking up to ain't got no paper. The whole point that I'm making is he been supplying work to motherfuckers damn near everybody on that side of the city all them years. Never in my life did I know it. And to show me that he wasn't bullshitting, he had like $4 million cash in his house in the ghetto, and this was way past the game. That's like shit, 2005. He's like, oh yeah, this is the money. He's like, he's showing me to because he know, you know what I'm saying, proof, showing proof, so I believe him. I assume, but he's like, yeah, this is the money I keep right here, just in case. And like one of them boxes had nothing but bills from 1980, 1970s, 19 old small face money. You understand what I'm saying? So that means he ain't took no L's as far as the regular life situations, but no legal troubles or none of that. Because he always tell me too. My grandma used to tell me, everybody, you don't shine in front of these people, man. You dig what I'm saying? But all those statements that I used to receive about that type of stuff, I used to be like, what's the use of having money if you never get a chance, if you ain't enjoying that shit? Because using their examples, life is too short. You stacking this bread, and then, having that conversation with him, he was like, oh, that's why I go out of town 4 or 5 times a year. When I go out of town or vacation, I live the life I want to live. I come back amongst normal people. Because just think about it. When you super rich and everybody know it, you nor your family can go out and hang out and do what y'all want to do. Period. Just like let's use Jay-Z for example. He can't go out and hang out by himself right now, peace of mind, and go to the movies or go walk on the beach unless he own that motherfucker. And even then, you got what's the reporter, the paparazzi from 10 miles away with the binoculars. You know what I'm saying? And just like his kids, they all it take is for them to slip up somewhere and somebody snatch their ass up. You dig what I'm saying? It's that serious. Like I said, you can hire all the security in the world. But once again, if you hiring the security, that means they need a paycheck. If they need a paycheck and they coming to work every day, somebody can pay them more than what you paying them, and they'll get your ass up. It's just life. If you got 5 bodyguards, all it takes is one of them to be willing to, you know what I'm saying, to play ball. The moral to this story, because I'm not gonna keep rambling on about, because it was just one of my thoughts. My thoughts was, man, we do all this shit, but you are super rich if you got a roof over your head, a means of transportation, a means to make some money, and able to put some food in your mouth. Now you're super rich if you got a roof over your head somewhere outside of violent neighborhoods and high crime rates and all that. You super rich with a vehicle that you can get up every day and go and get some money. And you can feed yourself every day. You richer than shit. Countries. It's still countries out there, man. Places out there that don't got running water and electricity in 2025, man. So, real business, man, be thankful and grateful for what you got. I said a whole lot of stuff just rambling because I just, my thoughts be going like that. But the moral to this and the thoughts that I was giving myself, mind you, these are my thoughts about my life. So you have to be thankful, man, because I'm in the shower like, man, I'm still, thinking about how to make this money move and this situation that happened in this situation. And I'm like, man, you got a roof over your head, not just a regular roof. It may be regular to you, but to the average human being, this ain't a regular roof. You got a car to drive. You got a means to make some money. You can eat every night and a comfortable bed to sleep in. Boy, you super rich. Boy, what the fuck is wrong with you? These are the thoughts that I be having. So if you watch the Happy Lies, Sad Truths, the clips I put up, those with number 1, number 2, number 3, those are all my personalities. Those clips be the conversations that I be going through that morning or that day or the day before. Those are, I mean, I guess I put a little humor to it or change some shit up or and don't use the exact words and the deep details, but those are the thoughts and the conversations that I be having with myself, either that day or the day before. You know what I'm saying? So I have these thoughts all the time, man. I have meetings with myself almost every day. At least one or two of my personalities every day, man. I have a conversation with, man. And I had to kind of clean number 3 up because I didn't want to make it like I'm glorifying selling drugs. Number 3 is my biggest addiction, if you will, because every day when I'm not where I want to be financially, I always be like, all I got to do is go grab this work, take this here, boo. But I know the outcome. And I also know that one slip, it's a wrap. But I fight with it every day. That's why I call him number 3. I have a thought in my brain every day that tells me a way to get away with it. Then I got, Another one of my personalities to tell me some shit like, yeah, this motherfucker thought he was slick like that too. Look where his ass is. You know, how many years he did. Because you can believe it or not, selling drugs is way more addictive than using them. So imagine how you see them junkies out there, whether heroin addicts, crack addict, meth addict. Look at them. Imagine them, right? That is nothing compared to a motherfucker that really sold drugs, that really get out there and get to that paper, man. That's an addiction. Real talk. And it's the biggest. That's why you see number 3 so much. I just had to give him a more productive role because I start seeing as if I'm like people can take it like I'm glorifying drugs, selling drugs when I'm not. So those are all my personalities. Those are the conversations that I have when I wake up in the morning or when I go to bed in the morning. However, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because timing is an illusion. So I don't be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could be just like now. I just woke up, just got dressed. Oh, and yeah, you know, this that goat belly. This the brown and gold. I don't know if y'all seen this one, but yeah, this the brown and gold. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Big on Successful Stuff Clothing. One of our sponsors. Y'all go over there and tap in. Get y'all a goat belly sweatsuit. If you're a Sagittarius, you can get you one for half price. And they all free shipping. The website and everything should be on one of these links. I don't know. But it's big on successful stuff. Boss 3, the number 3 in as in Nancy, T as in time. Boss3ntclothing.bigcartel.com. And you know, also we sponsored by Dr. Green Holistic and Wellness. Get high the healthy way, you know, get it in your system. But the moral to this long ass life, hey man, if you got a roof over your head, man, fuck all that. Be thankful and grateful for what you got right now. You can want more. And 98.9% of the time, you're going to get more if you go after it. But be thankful and grateful for what you got right now. Because if you got a roof over your head, a car to drive, and food in your house, or I ain't gonna say car to drive, means of transportation, and means to make some money, and means to eat, be thankful, man. Real business. If you woke up on this side of the electric fences and this side of the dirt, you winning. Period. Period. And remember, all these things that they put in our face that make us want money that they control is an illusion because all those people that you see, they can take all of it away from them right now. It's somebody powerful enough right now to make Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z, and every other black millionaire, fuck any other billionaire right now, even Elon Musk, broke right now. Fuck their whole life up right today. And you don't even know their name. Yeah, for real, man. It's just that simple, man. Be thankful for what you got, man. And if you want more, go after it. But don't fuck around and neglect the shit that's important. Like the reason why these thoughts came to my mind is because I think about my kids, like my oldest kids. Like my oldest son, he was with me, so it was more of, and that was a bad thing because of the life I was living. But you know, it is what it is. Then my other kids, you know, because of shit I'm not playing with, I'm never gonna let nobody control me and manipulate me over something I care about. But I missed a whole lot of their lives. Get because I'm like, man, I'm not getting to this money, man. A motherfucker can't do nothing broke. And then when you got, depending on who you got kids by, you got them putting shit in their head, right? But so when they're younger, they're gonna always look at the financial situations and things that you get for them and all that because of what they're told. But in reality, when they get grown, and I know this because I got 5 grown kids, and this is a fact, you can believe this. I got 5 grown kids and like 4 or 5 grown nieces, and they all say the exact same thing. I would have preferred for you to be. My nieces say they would have preferred for their daddy to spend time with them than buy them Benzes and Jordans and gold chains and all that fly shit. And my kids say the same shit. My adult kids like shit. I'd have preferred for you to be there for you. My oldest son feel like I abandoned him and shit when I was really going to get some paper. You know what I'm saying? Because my oldest kids, they all had their own personal bitch. You dig? But that's what I used to call them when I was younger. So well, actually, every kid that I raised that lived in my presence had their own personal bitch. You dig what I'm saying? And so, like my oldest son, we sat down. He like 31. Me and him sat down and talked. He was like, "Man, I felt like all them years, like you just abandoned me with that chick." I'm like, "Nigga, I went and opened up a business that was making millions, nigga. That's how we was living in the mansions and all that shit." That nigga was like, "Man, I don't give a fuck. I'd have rather been with you." That shit like kind of fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? And my niece said the same shit to me one time. I was talking like, because she was like, I'd have preferred my daddy just to be at my games. He never showed up at none of my games. Da, 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 da. Then I'm saying to myself, but you never, you took them gifts nonetheless. But the point that I'm making, man, is don't fuck around and miss your kids' lives or anybody' lives that's important to you, whether it be your wife, your kids, somebody that you know you care about, or whatever, chasing shit that's an illusion. Real business. Now, by all means, get to your paper. By all means, chase your goals, chase your dreams. But know this: if you can afford to pay your bills and you got a roof over your head and you can eat, you rich in a motherfucker. You want people to, because you got to think, if you want people to believe you rich, so show them rich shit. They'll believe it. It's simple shit. You go rich shit and do it. But because I'm saying that because you got to think, why do you really want to be rich? At first, in the beginning, it's because you want to, I guess dudes want the bitches, and you know what I'm saying. You can tell the lies that you want to tell, but if it wasn't, if it wasn't the truth that is for other people, you wouldn't try so hard to go get it. It wouldn't matter. Just think about it, because when you get rich like that, you can't. That's like I said, the wealthiest people in this world, we don't even know who they are. They don't even go out, and when they do go out, they go out with other wealthy motherfuckers that don't nobody know. So they really stay to themselves. So you got all that bread to stay to yourself. And even if you don't get that wealthy, you get to a certain stage where you start paying attention to the repeat situations. It's like I'm putting myself in these situations. I'm cool. I'm gonna lay back. Like me, for example, I don't really hang out. If I go out, if I want to go out to a club, I invite motherfucking females to my house. Invite 8 to 10 females to your house, get some alcohol, turn on some music, smoke some pot. They gonna hang out if your energy's solid. Because the whole purpose of going out is to get some bitches, right? Enjoy some music, some cocktails, have fun. Shit. So I'll do that at home. So, like I said, man, bottom line, I'm not gonna keep going far. All I can tell you is, man, be thankful and grateful for everything you got, man. Right now, especially if you got a roof over your head, a means to get of transportation, and a way to get you some paper and some food in your stomach, man. Be thankful for that, man. And remember, the person that you are proud of or idolize or whatever, it should only be an inspiration. Because understand this. Somebody write their checks, and the person that write their checks, you don't know about. It's just my thoughts, man. I know I rambled on because I do that all the time, man.